Welcome to UXL, where you can learn new skills anytime and anywhere. Visit uxl.com to explore our full course selection. This lesson is part of a larger course. Check the video description below for a link to the full course where you can enroll. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. For your convenience, the course cover displayed on your screen provides the complete course title and lesson title. Let's proceed with the lesson. Lesson: Inflation and Consumer Price Index. Inflation is a fundamental economic concept that pertains to the general increase in prices and the corresponding decrease in the purchasing power of money. As an economic indicator, inflation is crucial for assessing the health of an economy. One of the primary tools used to measure inflation is the Consumer Price Index. Understanding the mechanisms of inflation and the role of CPI is essential for economists, policymakers, and stakeholders who seek to gauge economic stability and make informed decisions. Inflation occurs when the prices of goods and services rise over time, leading to a decrease in the value of money. This phenomenon can be caused by various factors, including demand pull inflation, cost push inflation, and built-in inflation. Demand pull inflation arises when the demand for goods and services exceeds their supply, driving prices up. Cost push inflation occurs when the costs of production increase, leading to higher prices for finished goods. Built-in inflation, on the other hand, is a result of adaptive expectations, where workers demand higher wages to keep up with rising living costs, leading to a cycle of wage and price increases. The Consumer Price Index is a widely used measure to track changes in the price level of a market basket of consumer goods and services over time. The CPI represents the average change in prices paid by urban consumers for a predetermined basket of goods and services, which typically includes items such as food, clothing, shelter, and medical care. By comparing the current cost of this basket to its cost in a base year, the CPI provides a clear indication of inflationary trends. To calculate the CPI, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics collects price data from thousands of retail and service establishments across various urban areas. The prices are then weighted according to their significance in the average consumer's budget. The formula for the CPI is the ratio of the cost of the market basket in the current period to the cost of the market basket in the base period, multiplied by 100. This calculation yields the CPI, which can be used to evaluate the rate of inflation by comparing CPI values over different periods. For example, consider a simplified market basket containing only two items, bread and milk. If the cost of bread in the base year is $2 and milk is $1, the total cost of the market basket is $3. Suppose in the current year, the price of bread rises to $3 and milk to $2, making the total cost $5. The CPI would then be calculated as 100 equals 166.67, indicating a significant increase in prices and consequently inflation. Inflation impacts various aspects of the economy, influencing both consumers and businesses. For consumers, inflation erodes the purchasing power of money, meaning that a given amount of money buys fewer goods and services than before. This can particularly affect individuals on fixed incomes, such as retirees, who may find their standard of living declining as prices rise. Businesses, too, face challenges, as rising costs of raw materials and labor can squeeze profit margins and necessitate price adjustments. These price changes can, in turn, affect consumer behavior, leading to shifts in demand and potentially altering market dynamics. Monetary policymakers, such as central banks, closely monitor inflation and CPI data to make informed decisions regarding interest rates and other monetary policies. For instance, the Federal Reserve targets a 2% inflation rate as part of its dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices. When inflation deviates significantly from this target, the Federal Reserve may adjust interest rates to either stimulate economic activity or cool down an overheating economy. Higher interest rates can reduce consumer spending and borrowing, thereby slowing down inflation, while lower rates can encourage spending and investment, potentially boosting economic growth. Research indicates that moderate inflation can be beneficial for an economy, as it encourages consumption and investment by reducing the incentive to hoard cash. However, hyperinflation characterized by extremely high and typically accelerating inflation rates, can have devastating effects, as seen in historical examples such as Zimbabwe in the late 2000s and Germany in the 1920s. During hyperinflation, money loses its value rapidly, leading to a collapse in economic stability and causing severe hardship for the population. Conversely, deflation, the opposite of inflation, involves a general decline in prices and can be equally problematic. Deflation may lead to decreased consumer spending as people anticipate lower prices in the future and postpone purchases. This reduction in demand can result in lower production, higher unemployment, and an economic downturn. Japan's experience with deflation in the 1990s and early 2000s highlights the challenges associated with this phenomenon and the difficulty of revitalizing an economy once deflationary expectations become entrenched. The CPI also has limitations and potential biases. One common criticism is the substitution bias, which occurs when consumers alter their purchasing habits in response to price changes, opting for cheaper alternatives. The fixed market basket used in CPI calculations may not fully capture these substitutions, leading to an overestimation of inflation. Another issue is the introduction of new products and changes in quality, which can affect the accuracy of the CPI. The BLS employs techniques such as hedonic adjustments to account for quality changes, but these methods are not without controversy and can be complex to implement. Despite these challenges, the CPI remains a crucial tool for measuring inflation and informing economic policy. It serves as a benchmark for adjusting wages, pensions, and Social Security benefits to maintain the purchasing power of individuals. Moreover, businesses use CPI data to make pricing and investment decisions, while analysts and investors rely on it to assess economic conditions and make financial forecasts. In conclusion, inflation and the Consumer Price Index are integral components of economic analysis, providing insights into the health and direction of an economy. By measuring changes in the price level of a market basket of goods and services, the CPI offers a tangible means of tracking inflationary trends. Understanding the causes and impacts of inflation, as well as the methods for calculating and interpreting the CPI, is essential for economists, policymakers, and anyone interested in the dynamics of economic stability. While the CPI has its limitations, it remains a vital indicator that helps shape monetary policy, guide business decisions, and ensure the well-being of consumers in an ever-changing economic landscape. This concludes the lesson. We trust you found this video informative and engaging. To enroll in the complete course, please use the link provided in the description below. At UXL, we are committed to your learning journey. Each course offers a certificate of completion, online support, and downloadable resource files to enhance your experience. If you found our content valuable, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to supporting your continued pursuit of knowledge.